All graduating seniors have been stripped of the traditional end-of-the-year activities such as prom and graduation, but Flagler County is making sure its grads have some sort of graduation. Students at Flagler, Palm Coast, and Matanzas high schools will get their diplomas at the start-finish line inside the Daytona International Speedway. How about that? That's going to be on May 31st. Matanzas high school graduation will begin at 11 in the morning, and Flagler, Palm Coast will start at 4. Each ceremony will be live streamed and only one vehicle permitted for each graduate. They're going to keep everybody spaced apart, but at least they get to go out and do something. And on the speedway, that's cool.